There's something about you that people can't quite explain. They don't know why they feel peace when you walk into the room. They can't tell you exactly what it is that draws them to you or makes them feel safer in your presence. But they feel it. And it's not because of your clothes, your title, or your voice. It's your aura. Your energy walks into the room long before your body ever does, and it introduces you with more truth than any business card or biography ever could. There's a frequency you emit, a silent but undeniable vibration that speaks louder than words. And when your aura is powerful, it resonates deeply with the unseen world. People may not understand what they're feeling, but they feel something. Some are comforted by it, others are awakened by it, and a few may even be disturbed. Not because you've done anything wrong, but because your energy is a mirror to everything they've been avoiding. When your aura is strong, it reveals the truth not just about who you are, but also about the state of the room around you. You don't chase attention because you don't need to. Your energy commands it naturally. When you speak, people listen, not because you raise your voice, but because your spirit carries weight. You're not loud, but you're powerful, and that power doesn't come from ego. It comes from alignment. It comes from being deeply rooted in who you are. It comes from healing, self-awareness, prayer, reflection, and time spent in silence with your soul. That's where the energy comes from, and that's why it speaks before you do. There's a stillness in you that interrupts chaos, a light in you that exposes darkness without even trying. People don't understand how just being around you makes them want to be better. They feel like they can't lie in your presence. They feel seen, they feel convicted, and they feel safe. That's what a powerful aura does. It demands honesty and invites healing at the same time. Some people will feel magnetized toward you without knowing why. Others will avoid you for the very same reason. Because your aura doesn't allow for masks. It sees through pretense and speaks a spiritual language that many aren't ready to interpret. You've probably noticed this your whole life. Maybe you've been the person strangers come up to and start pouring out their hearts to, unprovoked. Maybe you've been the one who gets blamed or challenged in rooms full of unhealed egos. Maybe you've been misunderstood, not because you were wrong, but because your presence triggered what others didn't want to face in themselves. That's the cost and the gift of having powerful energy. You don't have to be psychic to know things. Your spirit just picks it up. Your energy senses what's real and what's not. And the truth is, people feel that before they ever consciously process it. Your aura is the sum total of your thoughts, emotions, intentions, and spiritual condition. It's your unseen signature, and when it's powerful, it cannot be faked. There are those who talk spiritual, who dress the part, who say the right words, but their energy exposes their real state. On the other hand, you might walk in quietly without saying a word and yet shift the entire atmosphere simply by being present. That's because your power isn't performative. It's authentic, it's earned, it's cultivated through the battles you've survived and the peace you've chosen. People don't know what you've overcome to walk with the kind of calm you carry. They don't see the nights you wrestled with doubt, the days you chose forgiveness when you could have chosen revenge, the hours you spent growing when no one was watching, but they feel the fruit of it, and it speaks. Your aura is your silent testimony. It tells your story before you speak a word, and when it's strong, it tells the story of someone who's done the work, someone who's faced their shadows, someone who's embraced their calling, someone who stopped shrinking to fit in and started expanding to fulfill their purpose. That kind of energy can't be ignored. It's not boastful. It doesn't need to be. It simply is. You've walked into rooms and felt resistance without understanding why. It's because your light stirred something in the darkness. You've had people misunderstand your silence as arrogance. It's because your peace disrupted their noise. You've lost connections with people you never wronged. It's because your presence revealed their avoidance. When your aura is powerful, it does one of two things. It heals or it exposes, and both are necessary. Some will thank you for it, others will resent you, but none will forget you, because the soul remembers what the mind tries to forget, and your energy leaves an imprint on the soul. You don't have to explain yourself when your energy is aligned. The right people will feel it. The right doors will open. The right opportunities will be drawn to you, not because you chased them, but because you became a match for them. That's the magnetism of a powerful aura. It pulls what's meant for you and repels what's not. It doesn't strive, it attracts. And the more you honor your truth, the stronger that energy becomes. You've probably noticed that you don't resonate with just anyone. Surface-level conversations bore you. Environments filled with gossip or manipulation drain you. That's because your spirit is sensitive to vibration. You're tuned into a different frequency. You thrive in truth. You hunger for depth. You move with intention. That's the mark of someone with a powerful aura. You're not here to blend in. You're here to shift the atmosphere. There are people who will be drawn to your energy because it reminds them of what they're becoming, and there are others who will resist it because it reminds them of what they've abandoned. Don't take either personally. Just keep radiating. You're not responsible for how others interpret your presence. You're responsible for staying aligned with your purpose. You're responsible for protecting your energy. Not everyone deserves access to it. Not everyone is ready for what you carry. You've been through things that would have broken others, yet you still lead with grace. You've been wounded, but you didn't let it turn you bitter. You've been overlooked, but you didn't let it make you small. That's what strengthens your aura. Not perfection, but perseverance. Not a lack of pain, but how you alchemize it. You've taken the heaviness and turned it into healing. You've taken rejection and turned it into redirection. You've taken solitude and turned it into soul work. That's why you glow differently. That's why you move with certainty. That's why your energy carries so much weight. People may try to copy your style, mimic your words, even imitate your success, but they can't duplicate your aura because your energy isn't a product of the external. It's born in the unseen. It's forged in prayer, in struggle, in silence, in service, and in surrender. That's not something you can download or fake. That's something only God can cultivate in you, and that's why it speaks louder than anything else. So let the world talk. Let them wonder. Let them speculate. You don't need to defend your light. Just keep showing up as who you are. Keep doing the inner work. Keep honoring your spirit. The world doesn't need more noise. It needs more souls who radiate truth. Souls who heal by simply existing. Souls whose energy realigns what's been off. That's who you are. That's the power you carry. And the beautiful part is, you don't even have to try. When your aura is powerful, you don't have to announce yourself. You are felt. You are remembered. You are respected, even in your absence. Because energy never lies, and yours tells a story of strength, authenticity, and divine alignment. It speaks when you enter, lingers when you leave, and impacts in ways that words never could. You are a vessel of something greater. You are a lighthouse in a world of distractions. You are proof that healing is possible and that presence is more powerful than performance. You don't need approval when your energy is already affirming who you are. You don't need validation when your spirit is already anchored in truth. So continue to walk in that energy. Continue to honor the frequency that flows through you. Protect it, nurture it, elevate it. Because the more you do, the louder your spirit will speak. And the world is listening, whether it realizes it or not. Your energy is your introduction, your aura is your influence, and your presence, when aligned, is your greatest message. There is a subtle yet undeniable force that surrounds certain people, a kind of energy so tangible that it shifts the very atmosphere the moment they enter a room. This isn't about charisma or charm in the ordinary sense. It goes far beyond surface-level attraction. When your aura is powerful, you don't just walk into spaces, you transform them. You change the energy that fills the air, the emotional undercurrent that everyone feels but may not understand. It is as though the space itself breathes differently when you are there. You may have experienced this yourself. Perhaps you've been in a room where tension and negativity hung thick, and then someone walked in and suddenly everything felt lighter. The air seemed fresher, the energy lifted, and even the most discouraged faces seemed to brighten. That change wasn't accidental. It was the result of a powerful aura that disrupted the stagnant, heavy energy and replaced it with something new, a sense of hope, peace, or motivation. That kind of presence is rare and precious because it operates on a level beyond words, beyond actions, beyond any visible sign. It works on the unseen, on the vibration that connects all things. This ability to affect the atmosphere is a clear indication that your aura is strong. It means your energy resonates on a frequency that influences others, often without you having to say a thing. You become a catalyst for change just by existing in the same space. People around you pick up on your vibe, whether consciously or subconsciously, and it shifts how they feel, think, and behave. You might notice that in your presence, people become more self-aware. They speak differently. They behave with more kindness or courage. They even confront parts of themselves that they usually avoid. This is the ripple effect of a powerful aura. The atmosphere isn't just the physical environment. It's the emotional and spiritual climate of a space. When you step into a room with a strong aura, you carry with you an invisible force that rebalances and re-energizes. You become like a lighthouse in the fog, a beacon that draws people from darkness into light. This happens naturally when your inner world is aligned and healed. The strength of your aura is a reflection of your inner peace, your clarity of purpose, and your commitment to growth. It is not something you force, but something that flows from a deep place of authenticity and truth within you. Think about the people who have affected your life in this way. It might be a mentor, a friend, a leader, or even a stranger who crossed your path just at the right moment. When they entered your world, everything shifted. Their presence disrupted negativity and elevated everything around them. They inspired you, calmed you, or challenged you to be better. That is the hallmark of a powerful aura. It touches people's souls and awakens their potential. And the beautiful truth is that you have this power too. You have the capacity to transform the atmosphere wherever you go, simply by being yourself. This ability doesn't mean you are perfect or that you never struggle. In fact, it often grows stronger through hardship. Your aura is forged in the fires of your experiences, both the painful and the joyful. The resilience you build, the lessons you learn, and the love you cultivate within yourself become the energy you radiate outward. When you show up with vulnerability and strength, authenticity and grace, your aura becomes a magnet for healing and transformation. It interrupts patterns of fear, anger, and despair in the environment and replaces them with courage, compassion, and hope. Sometimes, your presence may even challenge the status quo. People who are stuck in negative mindsets or toxic environments might resist the change you bring. They may feel uncomfortable or threatened by your energy because it exposes what they have been hiding from. But this is not your problem to fix. It is simply a sign that your aura is working. You are shining a light on the shadows, and that light can be unsettling to those who are not ready to face it. Your role is not to make everyone comfortable, but to be true to who you are and to keep radiating your unique energy. You affect the atmosphere in ways that ripple far beyond the immediate moment. When you enter a room, you plant seeds of change that grow long after you leave. The motivation you inspire, the calm you bring, the awareness you awaken, all these create shifts in how people think, feel, and act. Your aura becomes a catalyst for personal and collective transformation. The energy you put out becomes a legacy. It lingers in conversations, in decisions, in moods, and in the very fabric of the space you touched. This power also comes with responsibility. To affect the atmosphere positively, you must be intentional about nurturing your own energy. That means paying attention to your thoughts, emotions, and spiritual health. It means protecting yourself from toxic influences and surrounding yourself with what uplifts and nourishes your soul. It means being honest with yourself and committed to healing what is broken inside. Because your aura reflects your inner state. If you carry fear, anger, or bitterness, that too will shape the atmosphere around you. But if you carry love, peace, and strength, those are the energies that will flow outward and transform everything they touch. Many people underestimate the power of presence. They focus on what they say or do, forgetting that energy is the foundation of influence. You can speak the most beautiful words, but if your energy is disconnected or negative, your message falls flat. On the other hand, you can be silent and still change lives by the way you hold yourself, the peace you radiate, and the light you carry. This is the language of the soul, the communication of the spirit, and the essence of a powerful aura. You may have experienced times when your presence has shifted a difficult conversation or eased tension in a challenging situation. Maybe you noticed how people became more open or cooperative simply because you were calm and centered. This is not coincidence. It is your aura at work. Your energy creates a field around you that influences how others show up and how situations unfold. It is a subtle but profound force that can heal wounds, resolve conflicts, and inspire hope. And the more you cultivate this awareness, the more you realize that your presence is one of your greatest gifts to the world. It's important to recognize that this power is not about controlling others or manipulating situations. It's about embodying a frequency that invites the best in people and circumstances to emerge naturally. When your aura is strong, you don't need to push or prove yourself. You simply exist in alignment with your highest self, and that alignment pulls positive energy toward you and repels negativity. You become a living vibration of possibility, a source of calm in the storm, and a reminder that transformation is possible. The shift you bring to any space is also a reflection of your relationship with yourself. When you respect your boundaries, honor your needs, and cultivate your passions, your energy expands. When you forgive yourself and others, release resentment, and embrace gratitude, your aura becomes lighter and more magnetic. When you commit to growth, embrace vulnerability, and practice self-love, your presence becomes a healing balm for those around you. This is why the atmosphere responds so powerfully to you. It is responding to the truth of who you are becoming. You might notice that some spaces feel different when you enter, not just emotionally but physically. The air may seem to shift, the light might feel warmer, or the energy might become more vibrant. This is the power of your aura extending beyond the personal into the collective environment. You have the ability to influence not just individuals but groups, communities, and even the places you inhabit. This is a profound gift and one that carries spiritual significance. It is a reminder that we are all connected, that energy flows through all things, and that each of us has the power to shape the world in subtle yet meaningful ways. The awareness of how you affect the atmosphere invites you to be more mindful of your energy every day. It encourages you to cultivate habits that support your well-being, such as meditation, prayer, nature walks, creative expression, and meaningful connection. These practices nourish your spirit and strengthen your aura. They help you stay grounded and centered amidst life's challenges, and as you nurture your energy, you begin to notice the shifts in how people respond to you and how situations unfold around you. When you fully embrace the power of your aura to affect the atmosphere, you step into a new level of leadership. You become a beacon for others who are seeking light in the darkness. You inspire change not through force but through presence. You model what it means to live authentically and courageously, and you open the door for others to do the same. Your energy becomes a ripple that extends far beyond what you can see, touching lives and transforming realities in ways you might never fully comprehend. It's natural to wonder if this kind of influence is really possible, or if it's just coincidence or wishful thinking. But the truth is, energy is real. It moves through us and around us. It connects us in ways science is only beginning to understand. And when you learn to harness and cultivate your own energy, you tap into a source of power that transcends circumstances. You become the change you wish to see, not by trying harder, but by being more aligned. This is the essence of a powerful aura and why it affects the atmosphere wherever you go. You may also notice that your energy affects the atmosphere in different ways depending on the situation. Sometimes you bring calm and reassurance to anxious hearts. Other times you ignite passion and motivation in those who feel stuck. You might bring clarity to confusion or light to despair. The versatility of your aura is a reflection of your depth and complexity as a human being. You are not just one thing, you are many things, and your energy shifts fluidly to meet the needs of the moment. This adaptability is a sign of maturity and self-awareness. It means you are connected to the flow of life and responsive to what is happening around you without losing your center. You don't get swept away by the emotions or dramas of others because you know who you are and where you stand. Instead, you become a grounding force that others can rely on. You become a source of strength that lifts the collective vibration. This is a rare gift and one that marks a powerful aura. Sometimes you may feel exhausted by the responsibility of holding such energy. It's important to recognize when you need to step back, recharge, and protect your spirit. Your ability to affect the atmosphere is not a constant switch, but a resource that requires care. Just as a lamp needs a power source, your aura needs renewal. This might mean spending time alone, seeking nature, practicing mindfulness, or simply resting. When you care for yourself, you preserve the integrity of your energy and ensure that the atmosphere you affect is one of health and vitality, not depletion. There will be moments when you walk into a room and nothing seems to change. That can feel discouraging, but it doesn't mean your aura is weak. It simply means that some environments or people are not ready to receive your energy. Sometimes the resistance is strong, and your light is a challenge to the status quo. In those moments, remember that even a small shift is significant. Seeds planted beneath the surface often take time to grow. Your consistent presence and integrity will create ripples that eventually reach the shores of change. Your aura is also shaped by your intentions. When you enter a space with love, compassion, and openness, your energy naturally uplifts the atmosphere. When you bring judgment, fear, or impatience, the energy becomes heavy and can close off the potential for positive change. The more you cultivate positive intentions and align your heart with your actions, the more your aura becomes a force of healing and transformation. It's not about perfection, but about striving to be your best self and extending that energy outward. The way you affect the atmosphere can be felt in everyday moments. It might be in the way you greet someone with genuine warmth, listen deeply without interruption, or offer a smile that reaches the eyes. These simple acts carry the vibration of your aura and contribute to shifting the energy around you. The more you practice kindness, empathy, and presence, the more powerful your aura becomes. Your energy becomes a refuge, a source of encouragement, and a catalyst for positive change. You might also find that your presence affects not only people but the physical environment as well. You may notice a sense of harmony or balance in spaces where you spend time. This is because your energy interacts with the energy of the environment, creating a resonance that promotes well-being. This is why some people seek out healing spaces, sacred places, or the homes of those with strong auras. They intuitively recognize that the atmosphere has been shaped by the energy of those who inhabit it. The ability to affect the atmosphere is not limited to large or obvious changes. Sometimes the shifts are subtle, a slight easing of tension, a moment of clarity, a spark of inspiration. These small changes accumulate and create a powerful momentum over time. Your aura is a constant presence that influences the emotional and spiritual climate of your world. It reminds those around you that transformation is possible and that they are not alone in their journey. This power also invites humility. To truly affect the atmosphere in a positive way, you must stay connected to your source, whether that is God, the universe, or your own inner wisdom. You must be willing to surrender control and trust that your energy is part of a larger flow. This surrender deepens your connection and expands your aura. It frees you from the need to perform or manipulate outcomes and allows you to simply be a channel for healing and light. This is the essence of true power. As you continue to embrace and cultivate your powerful aura, you become a living example of what it means to live in alignment. Your life becomes a testimony to the possibility of transformation and the impact one soul can have on the world. You inspire others not by what you say, but by how you show up. Your energy becomes a beacon of hope and a reminder that we all carry the power to affect the atmosphere and create positive change. Remember, you don't need to be in a spotlight or hold a position of authority to influence the energy around you. Your presence alone is enough. The way you carry yourself, the love you radiate, and the peace you embody shape the atmosphere wherever you go. This is the power of your aura, and it is a gift not only to yourself but to everyone you encounter. So walk boldly into every room knowing that you carry with you a force that can heal, inspire, and transform. Your aura is a living energy that affects the atmosphere in profound ways. Trust in it, nurture it, honor it, and watch as your presence becomes a catalyst for beauty, peace, and growth in the world around you. There is an invisible force within certain individuals that allows them to perceive beyond the ordinary. This force is the reflection of a powerful aura that signals a deep inner alignment with themselves and the world around them. When your aura is strong, you don't just interact with the physical reality. You tap into a heightened spiritual sensitivity that elevates your awareness. This sensitivity is not merely a vague feeling or an occasional gut instinct. It is a finely tuned spiritual radar that detects subtleties in energy, intention, and truth that most people cannot access. This heightened sensitivity begins within. It is born from the alignment of your mind, body, and spirit. When these aspects of your being harmonize, your aura vibrates at a frequency that opens channels to higher dimensions of awareness. You become more attuned to the unseen realities that influence our lives. You can sense when something is authentic or deceptive, when a person's words carry truth or hidden motives. This spiritual radar guides you like an inner compass, steering you away from danger, falsehood, and stagnation and towards growth, healing, and purpose. Many people live disconnected from this inner alignment. They navigate the world through surface appearances, relying on logic, sensory data, or learned beliefs. Their energy fields are clouded by doubt, fear, or unresolved wounds, which block the natural flow of spiritual sensitivity. But when you cultivate a powerful aura, these blockages begin to dissolve. You awaken to a deeper way of knowing that transcends intellectual understanding. It is a knowing that speaks through intuition, feelings, and subtle impressions. This is the language of the soul, and when your aura is strong, you become fluent in it. This spiritual sensitivity is more than just sensing emotions or reading body language. It is an expanded awareness that penetrates beyond the physical and into the energetic and spiritual layers of existence. You begin to perceive the vibrations that underlie human interactions and the environments you enter. You sense the quality of energy, whether it is peaceful, chaotic, loving, or hostile, before anything is said or done. This sensitivity allows you to navigate life with a kind of grace and wisdom that seems almost supernatural. It is a gift that empowers you to make decisions that align with your highest good. Because your spiritual radar is finely tuned, you can often detect intentions that are hidden beneath words or actions. This is not paranoia or suspicion, but a deep attunement to energy patterns. You pick up on inconsistencies, half-truths, or manipulations because they vibrate at a different frequency than honesty and authenticity. This awareness protects you from harm and helps you choose relationships and situations that nurture your growth. It also enables you to offer discernment and clarity to others, becoming a source of guidance and healing in your community. Along with sensing others' intentions, your heightened spiritual sensitivity makes you keenly aware of your own inner state. You can detect when your energy is out of alignment or when old wounds are resurfacing. This self-awareness is crucial because it allows you to take responsibility for your vibration and make necessary adjustments. You might recognize the need for rest, forgiveness, or spiritual practice to restore balance. This ongoing process of tuning in and realigning strengthens your aura and deepens your connection to the divine source within you. Many people underestimate the power of intuition because it is invisible and subjective. But intuition is the voice of your higher self, the whisper of your soul guiding you toward truth and away from illusion. When your aura is powerful, this voice becomes clearer and more reliable. You learn to trust your instincts even when logic or external circumstances seem confusing. This trust is liberating because it frees you from being controlled by fear, doubt, or the opinions of others. You step into a life guided by inner wisdom, which is often more accurate and timely than external advice. Heightened spiritual sensitivity also means you can feel the energy of places and objects. Some environments carry heavy or stagnant energy that can weigh down your spirit. When your aura is strong, you are naturally drawn to places that uplift and nourish you. You might feel discomfort or unease in locations where negative energy lingers, such as places of conflict or trauma. This sensitivity encourages you to protect your space and create sanctuaries of peace and positivity. It also allows you to clear or heal spaces energetically, using prayer, intention, or rituals that raise the vibration. This ability to perceive energy at a higher level connects you to a greater sense of purpose. You begin to see life as more than random events or surface-level interactions. You recognize that there is an interconnectedness to all things, a divine orchestration that guides your path. Your heightened spiritual sensitivity reveals signs, synchronicities, and messages that confirm you are on the right track. It deepens your faith and trust in the unfolding of your journey, even when challenges arise. This connection to the sacred brings peace amid uncertainty and strength amid trials. Because you are so tuned in, you might also find yourself affected by the emotions and energies of others more intensely than before. This can be both a blessing and a challenge. On one hand, your empathy allows you to hold space for others' pain and joy, to offer healing and comfort. On the other hand, it requires that you learn how to protect your energy so you don't become overwhelmed or drained. Setting healthy boundaries becomes essential for maintaining your spiritual sensitivity without losing yourself in the process. This balance is part of mastering your aura and using your gifts wisely. The journey to heightened spiritual sensitivity often involves a process of purification and healing. You may need to confront fears, release grudges, and heal emotional wounds that block your energy flow. As you clear these layers, your aura becomes more transparent and radiant. You move from reactive patterns to conscious presence, from confusion to clarity. This inner transformation reflects outwardly in your interactions and the way you affect the atmosphere. People sense your integrity and authenticity because they resonate with the purity of your energy. Your spiritual sensitivity also enhances your creativity and inspiration. When you are connected to your higher self, ideas flow more freely. You receive insights, visions, or solutions that seem to come from beyond your conscious mind. This creative guidance is another expression of your powerful aura working through you. It allows you to manifest your purpose and contribute uniquely to the world. Your sensitivity to energy helps you collaborate with others harmoniously and navigate challenges with grace, making your impact even greater. In relationships, your heightened spiritual sensitivity creates deeper connections. You are able to read the subtle cues of others' hearts and respond with empathy and compassion. This sensitivity fosters trust and intimacy because people feel seen and understood by you. Your aura creates a safe space where others can be vulnerable and authentic. You become a mirror that reflects their true selves back to them, encouraging growth and healing. This level of connection enriches your life and the lives of those you touch. Spiritual sensitivity also invites you to live more consciously. You become aware of the impact of your thoughts, words, and actions on your energy and the energy of others. This awareness motivates you to cultivate kindness, patience, and forgiveness as daily practices. You understand that every interaction carries energy that either builds up or breaks down the collective vibration. This realization empowers you to choose love and light intentionally, becoming a force for positive change in the world. Because your spiritual radar is tuned to a higher dimension, you often receive guidance through subtle signs and synchronicities. You may notice recurring numbers, meaningful coincidences, or sudden insights that seem to come from nowhere. These are not random events but messages from the universe affirming your path. Learning to recognize and trust these signs enhances your confidence and alignment. It reminds you that you are supported by unseen forces and that your journey is sacred. Your heightened spiritual sensitivity also deepens your connection to nature. You become more aware of the rhythms and cycles of the earth, the energy of plants and animals, and the sacredness of natural spaces. This connection grounds you and replenishes your energy. You learn to honor the earth as a living being and to live in harmony with its wisdom. Nature becomes a teacher and a sanctuary, reminding you of the unity that exists beyond the illusion of separation. This sensitivity is a call to stewardship, not only of your own energy, but of the collective energy of humanity and the planet. You realize that your aura's power is part of a larger web of life and that your actions ripple out in ways seen and unseen. This awareness inspires you to live with integrity, compassion, and responsibility. It moves you to be a light in the world, a healer of divisions, and a bridge between the seen and unseen realms. At times, your spiritual sensitivity might make you feel isolated or misunderstood, especially in environments that are heavily focused on materialism or rationality. You may find it challenging to express the depth of your experiences or to connect with others who don't share your awareness. But this is part of your unique journey. Your aura calls you to communities and spaces where your sensitivity is honored and nurtured. It invites you to seek out mentors, teachers, and fellow travelers who resonate with your frequency and support your growth. Your ability to sense energy and intention is also a powerful tool for discernment. You become less likely to fall into traps or illusions because you sense the subtle distortions before they fully manifest. This discernment protects your heart and your path. It allows you to walk with eyes wide open, grounded in truth and guided by wisdom. Your aura becomes a shield that deflects negativity and attracts positivity, creating a field of protection around you. As your spiritual sensitivity deepens, you may also experience a stronger connection to spiritual guides, angels, or ancestors. These beings communicate through subtle impressions, feelings, or visions that you are now able to perceive more clearly. This guidance supports you in times of uncertainty and encourages you on your journey. It reassures you that you are never alone and that the universe is conspiring in your favor. The power of your aura to heighten spiritual sensitivity is a gift that grows with use. The more you trust and act on your intuition, the stronger it becomes. The more you cultivate inner alignment and healing, the clearer your spiritual radar gets. This is a lifelong process of awakening to the deeper truths of existence and stepping into the fullness of your being. It is both a privilege and a responsibility. In the midst of life's noise and distractions, your heightened spiritual sensitivity becomes a sanctuary of clarity. It allows you to discern what truly matters and to stay aligned with your soul's purpose. It enables you to navigate challenges with grace and to celebrate moments of joy with profound gratitude. This sensitivity is a reminder that you are part of a vast and beautiful spiritual tapestry and that your energy contributes to the whole in meaningful ways. Your aura's power to heighten spiritual sensitivity is not something you need to create or fabricate. It is already within you, waiting to be uncovered and trusted. It is the essence of your connection to the divine, the source of your intuition, and the foundation of your authentic self. When you embrace this power, you become a living beacon of wisdom, love, and light in a world hungry for healing and truth. So, honor this gift within you. Listen to your spiritual radar and trust the guidance it provides. Protect and nurture your energy with intention and care. Seek alignment in all areas of your life and commit to growth and healing. As you do, your aura will shine ever brighter, illuminating your path and the paths of those you encounter. Your heightened spiritual sensitivity is a profound sign that you are living in alignment with your highest self and that your presence in this world is a blessing beyond measure.